Episode 10. Let's give a round of applause. Like, man,
it
oh man.
seems small, but that's such a huge milestone for us, considering the process we've went through.
Yeah, like, you guys can see the episodes popping out every week. Now it's bi-weekly.
Whose fault is that?
The schools.
Yeah.
The schedule is crazy.
Is it?
It is.
It's a little bit of you and me.
Take a little accountability.
You know it's you. But yeah, the process that goes behind these episodes is crazy. It's a lot. The editing, the topics, everything. Time is a big one, especially because we're high school students. And like, we were just reflecting on that today. High school is coming to a close. Like,
you were reflecting on that. I would not like to think about that. That is so sad. Like, I spent, it seems like a small portion of my life, but I've spent a lot of time with you guys, and like, knowing that that's going to come to an end is so sad for me. Obviously, I'm going to be happy, like, to get out of high school. It's so draining. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'll be happy to not see certain teachers too. But as far as like friends, like, I feel like over time, even though we've all like broke apart into different groups or whatever, like, our group is such a community.
Yeah.
For us. Everybody played their part. Even if we don't talk to certain people anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody we interacted with,
yeah.
they contributed to the high school experience. I'll say that.
Definitely.
And it's an experience. Definitely. I think we went into this on like a previous episode, but it ain't like the Disney.
At
it ain't
all.
like the Disney movies.
They lied.
It's like funnier, but then more boring in a way. Because every day is not a new episode. It's not.
No, it is.
Is
like,
it?
every day is a new like adventure. Every day somebody has something new to say. Like, it never stops. Like, I'm telling you, it never stops. But as far as like, oh, we're all in this together. No, we're not all of this together. There's gonna be people that like you for no reason. There's gonna be people that don't like you for any reason. We're not all in this together. You come to school by yourself. You're by yourself. But contradicting, like, you're gonna have a community.
You're gonna find your friends. Most definitely. Honestly, if you are like about to enter high school and you're watching this, what I'm gonna say is what you'll like learn is how to be comfortable like by yourself. And
in high school?
Yeah, in high school. And that'll be the good thing. Like, just being comfortable by yourself and understanding that not everybody is gonna be there all the time, but
as
you're
my
gonna
mother
find
says, not everybody's your friend.
Not everybody's your friend. Don't trust anybody. But yeah, so today, Mr. Hayes, he actually came up to me. He was like, today's Malcolm X's birthday. You should shout him out on
Oh my gosh. My grandfather already made that text in the family group chat. Oh,
he was going to be
gosh.
100 years old today. Let's give a round of applause. A round of applause for that. Yeah.
Talking about some, everybody make sure you acknowledge it's 100 happy heavenly birthday to Malcolm X. I just wanted to text back, he doesn't know you. Like, no, but I understand what he's saying, though. That's why I hearted the message, because my grandfather is really big on that.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah. Honestly, that made me think, like, is the civil rights movement being respected today, do you think, by our generation?
No.
No? Why do you think so?
I just feel like a lot of people have fought really hard to make sure that future generations have things that we don't appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
I would be so upset. Like, I know Rosa Parks is looking down on us. Like,
she's like,
why are y'all at the back of the bus?
Like, so that's where we migrate to.
Like, literally,
what?
Every time I've rode the bus with any type of friends, like, we usually end up sitting in the back because it's the most seats there. So it's just like, and we're always in a big group at the time.
Yeah.
So,
I remember freshman year when we were on that. But
it's such a great time.
Yeah.
Freshman year, I was just talking to one of our classmates about that today, and I was just like, would you go and speak to your freshman year self? Because I would. Mm-hmm. But she was just like, yeah, I would tell her, do this, da-da-da. I was just like, I think I would tell her to do certain things differently. But then, like that's the butterfly effect. Like, if you change certain things, your life can turn out completely different. So it's like, different. you're not even sure of the outcome either. So it's just like, I don't even want to play that risky of a game. And then she was just like, oh, well, you could warn her. I was like, but I feel like I'm like, I can pick up on cues. So if older me is coming back to me and telling me something, obviously I did something wrong. I'm gonna pick up on the cue, like, and be like, oh, maybe let's not do this. So like I said, it's still gonna change it, but I don't think I would change anything. I think every experience I've had has made me who I am, and I'm appreciative of that. I will say, I might tell her, don't befriend certain people. I feel like my dad says it all the time. Miss Mia Hall said it last episode. Like, you are the average of the 5 people.
Shout out, go watch that episode.
Go watch that when it comes out, which is probably before this.
Yeah.
But you are the average of the company you keep, and I feel like I've always had my own personality that has stood out, you know, but it's more so like I adapted to the people around me too quickly. And I feel like I could have done different things. I could have developed further if I didn't do that. Right. But like I said, all the experience I've had, very appreciative of it. I don't think I would really change anything, honestly. Yeah. I would just talk to her and be like, hey, so this is what you're doing now.
Honestly, I was
you would never think that, huh?
I'm just like, the only thing I would tell myself is, you don't like architecture. Yeah. Because I found that out, I wouldn't say late, because I still
you always knew it. I've always known it.
I'm just like, but no, I thought I did, and I think I tried so long to convince myself that I did, just because I didn't really think that there was another path, since we're at a school that like is dominated by architecture, and I'm just like, okay, but after figuring some things out and moving some things around, I realized that there's always another path that you can take.
I felt that way too, and it was mostly parental pressure. I feel like my mom really was like, oh yeah, you're going to the school and you're going to be an architect. You're going to make money because I want you to be successful. All in like, good deed. Obviously my mom wants me to succeed, but I was just like, I remember telling her, I was just like, yeah, I don't want to be an architect. Like, I don't think that's what I want to do. She was just like, nah, you want to do that.
Do you know what you want to do?
Yeah, actually, I was thinking about it a lot, because like I've switched careers so much, like passive careers. Like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna be an engineer. I started going to an engineering program. I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. They had me make it. I think, what is it?
Too much math.
That too. That it was just they had me making contraptions like in my house. They were like, go find 6 items and make a contraption.
Build a building out of envelopes.
Like literally. Yeah, and out of popsicle sticks, build a bridge, and then make sure the base is erasers. Like, it's just weird. Like, I was just like, okay, maybe this is not the path for me. I've always wanted to get into business. I've always been passionate about business. So I was like, that's probably gonna be the field I end up going into, and I'm not mad at it. Like any field in business, I feel like I would succeed in. But no, she was so like, my mom was like, nah, you're going to be an architect. I was like, nah, I don't think I want to do that, mommy. And she was like,
honestly, I think the common misconception is, one, architects make a lot of money. That's not necessarily true. Yeah. I think that's just like a common thing that was introduced to me really young. Just like, oh, you can be an architect and you can make so much money.
I think they used to make a lot more.
Yeah,
but
now it's
a lot easier to be an architect with, a lot of all this digital stuff.
Yeah, like that was the common misconception. But I always had a supporting family, and for the longest time, I didn't know anything else but architecture, or actually for me, it was just art. And so my family like instinctively thought architecture, like I like Legos, architecture, Minecraft, architecture. I'm just like, whoa, I like to draw, but then I realized, but I realized I'm just like, this is a part of me creating. This podcast is a part of us creating, But like as a passion doing architecture, I'm just like, I took 5 years off from drawing.
Literally. Like now, like I be struggling. Like I used to draw, but I feel like I don't know. It might have the talent might have skipped me. I don't know what happened. Like I used to draw.
Oh yeah, your brother is talented.
Both of my brothers can draw. Like Amir can draw scenes.
Your dad can draw.
My father can draw. And like I said, it skipped me. I don't know what happened, but
hop, skip, jump.
My dad can draw really good. My dad used to draw illustrations for me when I wanted to write things. I've always been a good writer. That's why ELA was always my highest class. I've always been a good writer with things.
Oh, so you like ELA class now?
Let's move on.
What about that essay you had to do?
Done. But like I said, always been a good writer. It's just the drawing. Like, and then I can draw. Me drawing is not the problem. I feel like I don't have the like creative juices that they have though to like continue like finding things to draw or wanting to draw things. It's like I can draw, but like what? Actually, guys, I want to take this time. Y'all see the new setup? Yeah, y'all see this? This is thanks to Mr. Everett Robert over there.
Right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate
Beyond the Banter, we doing big things.
Always.
And as you can see, guys,
he's bald.
I'm bald. Gosh. She doesn't like it, but
I hate it so bad. I don't know why boys cut their hair like
because everybody got hair. It gotta be something different. It gotta be.
No, you're bald. It didn't. Oh. It didn't need to be.
It really didn't.
Like, look at the sides of your head, bro.
No, you did good.
No, Ethan just likes to see people suffer.
Definitely. And Ethan got hair on his head right now. So why is he
bullying?
No, it's not bullying. I love you. But not that hair, bro. But not, no.
Anyways, but
we're gonna go to the beauty supply store after this. Okay?
No, I'm comfortable with this. I think it's gonna stay like this for a little minute.
We're gonna get you a wig, and we're gonna just wait till it goes out.
Listen, that was one time in Kessner's room. That's the last.
Why would you go and cut your hair and then don't tell me that you did it? Like, this affects me too. I have to be on camera with you. This affects me too. Like, he literally does not answer his phone. I'll text him, call him, he don't answer the phone. And then when he wants something, then he'll text.
That one day I needed a mental health break.
You need a mental health break every day, Alonzo?
Yes.
All right, cool.
See, when is men's mental health month?
June?
Can we like fact check that? Is it June?
I think so.
June is a month for a lot of things.
I don't think it's June.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a month for that.
Is it? I don't know. I feel like there's like a men's mental health day.
I'll check it.
Why don't you just look it up?
Jake is gonna. That's
okay.
just. Yeah.
I think it is June or November.
Is it or November? November.
It is a month.
Is it? Yeah, I told you.
It's June.
It's June?
Why? Okay. Y'all don't trust me or something? Like,
no,
what's up with this?
Well, you're not necessarily like a human encyclopedia. but yeah, back to just like us respecting what was paved the way for us before. It's interesting. I think we take school for granted now. I think because
definitely
a sense that we have technology and that makes it so much easier, or it makes it seem easier. But then it's just like we allow the technology to do everything for us. So then it's just like, we'll sit back, we'll be lazy. But then, once it comes time,
we'll be lazy.
TikTok. You know how I feel about that.
My brother feel the same way. Just see it. He hate it. Don't clap that up.
Yeah.
No,
because y'all be addicted.
All you want to do is be on TikTok.
Be on TikTok. You're just rotting away.
And I'd be like, go animate me something. Now it's quiet.
Oh, that's a lot of work. No, but yeah, I just think we get lazy, and then when something is hard, we're so quick to quit because it's like we don't want to put the. I'm not saying challenge. We as in, hey, I like a challenge too, but I'm saying like I've seen patterns of just like people just quitting because it got hard, or it's just like, I don't understand this. Like, you're asking a lot right now. Yes. No, I think we're all subject to that because sometimes they be asking a lot.
Yeah, like, come
but
on.
Other times it's also just like.
We were talking about this earlier. I just feel like some teachers are completely oblivious to the fact that we have several other classes.
Yeah.
And I think it's more so the mindset that they have because they teach the same class every single period. Same lesson, different students, but it's the same thing. And they're like, oh yeah, this is a cycle. These kids are worried about this. They should know this. They should know this. Ma'am, I literally have 6 assignments due today. Please go somewhere. That little worksheet you want from me is not, you're not getting that from me until tomorrow. Please.
Oh man, yeah, it's interesting. School is interesting. Honestly, middle school was a breeze. Now looking at it, middle school was a time.
Oh my gosh,
man.
I was the president in my middle school.
Me too. Yeah. Oh man, that student body election, like the principal was on the Zoom and every class was logged in. Yo, they was like, and the president of Excellence Boys Charter School is Alonzo. If I think I still have the video, I'm gonna send it to you. So
mine was different.
Don't look at me like that, Jake. I'm gonna insert that video.
Mine was
different. That's a really
like,
proud moment.
How do I say this? Not to be rude, but my competition was no competition. Like, you could just look at come on, we could just see what's going on here. Like,
yeah. Thanks. This was an easy way.
Yeah. That's cool. And my mom stayed saying that to people like, oh yeah, my daughter's the president. Stop telling me. Like, she just loved being on the phone and just, yeah, my daughter, stop.
So guess what Alonzo was doing at school today?
Like, ooh, please. Yo, freshman year, anytime I got in trouble or anytime something happened, she on the phone.
Yeah, and I liked it when she was praising me, but then it was just like, he getting on my nerves. I'm like, all right, you ain't have to do all that.
Oh, and she acting grown right now. She thinks she grown because she going to the store with her friends after school. Why are we?
You spreading my business?
Like, why are you doing that? Ma, stop.
Honestly, you're doing just fine. You know.
Of course you would say that. This her favorite. This her other son, as she says.
Well, many consider me as another son.
You don't have no son no more. You only have one son because he said many. Like you.
Oh, okay.
You out of the
chosen.
But I'm just, like he
she's
could just
only
pick
saying
a parent.
that because she doesn't like the haircut.
That's part of the reason.
No, this is biased.
Is it?
Yeah. But yeah, back to what you were saying. Do you think we respect our elders? And not saying we as in us two, but just we. Do you guys think that you respect your elders?
With stuff like that, I cannot speak for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Like what I have seen around me, like when I be talking to certain students around me or like younger students, older students, I hear the way that they like talk to their parents alone, and I'd be like, oh,
yo, ma, you bugging out right now.
I would have got
2-piece combo,
like
extra fist.
Like no, like that's not, you know. And I feel like now that I'm older, my relationship has gotten a lot better with both of my parents. I feel like I can go to them for certain things. Like they're dead, like besties for real. Yeah. But it's just certain boundaries you just don't cross. Like, yeah, I'd be like, Ma, come on, stop playing. You know, stop playing. But I'm not gonna be like, yo, my hearty, you bugging right now. Oh.
My hearty?
Chill out. I'd be like, I said something to my mom. I was like, what if somebody come to you and be like, you tripping, shorty? She was just like, who's shorty? Who's shorty? I'm like, nah, you tripping, shorty. Like, no, I'll joke around, but like actually talking to her like that's crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Respect my elders, definitely do. It's just how I grew up. It's how I was raised. It's just certain levels of respect I have for the elders around me, especially if it's like, I won't say I respect certain elders more than others, but I have a different.
I think the relationship counts.
I have a different relationship or different level of respect for others, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not that I respect them differently. It's like, but it's like, I might go to one person, over the other just because I might respect their opinion a little bit more. Yeah.
No, I definitely get that. I was just like sitting down talking to my grandmother the other day, and I'm just like, dang, Grandma, I love you. Like, Grandma, shout out to you. Grandma Fifi. Grandma Fabulous, she likes to be called.
Yeah, Fabulous. She was fabulous. Put up to the birthday party on Leak.
Yo, she be everywhere and nowhere at once. I'm just like, Grandma, how do you do it? But yeah, I think, I don't know. It's just an interesting notion because I know that like that's something that I definitely want to instill in like my children when I do have them. It's just like what type of traditions, what type of things do you want to instill, whether they're old or new?
Respect, definitely top priority. Respect and discipline. I feel like as far as Black households go, I think that a lot of them were taught to discipline physically, and I think that's like their only way of like, or like mentally and like mental like manipulation, all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not with it. I'm just gonna try to not do that. Well, I'm not gonna do that because it's like I know the little stunts.
It's weird though too because I think it doesn't, because looking at it from like the parent's perspective, it doesn't start as like a mental manipulation as in I'm like forcibly doing this to you, but the whole concept of what they're doing can build and then it becomes that as like the child becomes older.
Are you gonna physically discipline your kids?
Probably not.
I think you should leave that up to the mother, which is not at all. Anything.
I won't. Because it's just like there's other ways
to discipline. I feel
to discipline. Plus, it's just like if you raise them right, they ain't gonna be doing nothing crazy. That's the truth.
That's not true.
If you raise them right, if you raise them with the respect and the mental discipline, they're not gonna do nothing crazy.
I'm sure there are moms out here that don't raise convicted felons. I'm sure that
that's genetic.
No,
that's passed down.
No. I don't think so. I think that as your child gets older, you can only raise them but so much. But unfortunately, they are going to go out in the real world. I feel like being coddled too much from the real world may put a reverse on your whole raising, their whole mindset. And a lot of times when kids go through this whole teenage phase that we're going through, they develop traits from personalities around them. So you might have a child that's a complete scholar, like literally dresses nice, looks nice, respectful, mannerful. He go to school with the wrong kids. He's a gangbanger by 18. You just don't. It's just like you can only raise your kids with so much. Like I said, I think there are ways you can go about raising kids. As far as me, I don't think I'm going to be beating my kids, okay?
Yeah.
But like, if you need to get popped, you need to get popped.
I get that. But like, have you ever heard of the nature versus nurture debate? And it's like nature is the personalities that's around them. Nurture is the parental, personalities. There's a balance between it. But what I'm trying to say is, if you raise them right, they won't allow other personalities around them to change theirs. You know what I mean?
Which is true. But like I said, it can go either way. Because like, you can only raise your kids but so much. And then it's like, the amount of time you may spend with your kid is not the amount of time they may spend with their friends or their grandparents or their cousins or their aunts. Like, everybody's situation is different. Yeah. But I just feel like, I don't know, like, it's different for every kid.
It is different. I think for me with my children, I feel like I won't be too pressed about exactly what they're doing on their own time, because once you show that as a parent you don't trust them, then they're gonna be more secretive with what they do. And that's just, I'm not saying that from experience, but it's just about also, giving them that level of trust and allowing them to grow up. They're gonna make mistakes, they're gonna do dumb stuff that's as growing up and stuff, but it's just like,
when you say crazy stuff, You good? It's his whole ankle.
Yeah, Ethan, he's going through it in the background.
Oh my God. He just dislocated his ankle for no.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. But anyway, like I said, you can only raise your kid but so much. I'm sure there are mothers that raise their kids right, but it's like, kids are gonna do what they want. You know that from experience. I'm sure Miss Joy.
I feel like that was a shot.
What
You
is
know the
that
stuff he be
face?
doing.
But there's
What was that face? What was? No, I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
frightened.
we're gonna cut that out.
Okay.
That'll be in bloopers.
What, your face?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I think there's certain traditions, there's certain things I don't want to do. Like there's just gonna be like certain like fun traditions too. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah,
along with
family
the old-
vacations.
Every
Literally every
summer.
year family vacations. Cause that's one thing I do miss about my family. We used to go on family vacations like every year.
Yeah.
And then it just everybody got older and they decided.
Yeah.
Oh,
People get older, they drift. And
yeah, people moved. People don't want to.
my grandparents moved down south. I remember the first time that like a major part of my family just moved down south was my aunt. And I had strep throat. I couldn't even see her. I was bawling my eyes out because I couldn't even see her before she left. And then she just left. And I was like, I can't even, like, I'm over here talking like this. and I'm mad contagious. Like,
And I'm mad
over there,
contagious.
this is sounding like I smoked Newports. I'm like,
You sure it's not Black and Mouse? that sounded a little too raspy.
no, I used to have a raspy voice as a kid.
Me too. My dad would make fun of it. He'd be like, "Yeah, look at you. You probably could sing too with that raspy voice." I'd be like, "All right." He'd
Oh,
be like,
man.
"Yeah, you just sound like a little boy sometimes." Oh,
Oh,
okay.
thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
My
That doesn't
dad. No,
mess
I,
up
would,
all
I
my
posted that on my Insta notes. I was like, my dad is one of the most funniest people to ever be alive. Like, he's just so funny. Like the things he be saying, like.
As much as I don't want to admit it, my mom be mad funny.
Like, literally,
I be
like-
trying not to laugh in front of it because I'm like, I can't give you that
I
credit.
can't give you
I
that
can't
credit.
give you that
No,
credit.
I laugh in front of my dad or my mom because like they're both of them are mad funny. Like that's I
Yo,
understand.
your mom is hilarious.
Yo.
Remember that one FaceTime call we was on, Ethan, and your mom was going in.
What? Which
I
one?
forgot about what. You remember what it was?
What was I down south?
Yeah.
Okay, because she loves to. Okay, when I'm down south in my grandfather's house, my mom, if she's there, she will literally bust in my room.
Out of nowhere.
And out of nowhere and start talking about whatever. Like I'll be on the phone, and it's always when I'm on the phone. She never
Talking about,
wants
I went
to
to the
bother.
grocery store today and you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, like she never wants to bother me while I'm just chilling by myself. I'm on the phone now. It's her time.
She noticed it. She knows.
She knows.
She's like,
Especially when I'm on the phone with him. She just loves like.
she's like,
What was she even talking about?
honestly, I don't. Honestly, it be so random. I don't know, but it's funny in the moment.
Ethan, no. What's?
You remember? No. It was long. It was.
I
a
think
long
I
time
know
ago.
specifically what phone call you're talking about. I just don't
Yeah.
remember what she was talking.
It was mad funny, but yeah, most definitely.
My parents are mad funny.
You know, honestly, the one thing that I do want to like keep in mind for the future is that all of us got to come back together, and we got to buy like acres on top of
I
acres
told
on
you
top
that
of
already.
acres
Though.
of
I
land.
said
Yeah,
that's the plan.
and we just got
Once
to
we
build
get-
compounds, and then all of our children
Once we
they
get
have friends as soon as
situated,
they're born. Before
exactly. Once we get situated, we're gonna buy acres of land.
they're born. Yeah, cousins.
We're gonna buy some land. We're all gonna pitch in for the land, and we're all gonna have like how my grandfather's house is. It's like a cul-de-sac in the middle.
Yeah.
It'll be like that. So it's just houses around.
it.
And
But
I'll
our
be like,
own
yo,
little
you're
community.
going across the street to your cousin's house. Go and play with them.
Yeah,
Like-
I want it to be like a nice community where I can leave my door unlocked because it's gonna
Well,
be.
if it's just us in the community,
yeah, that's what
then-
it's gonna. Yeah.
I mean, I trust y'all. Hopefully, I mean, why would
Whoever's the reckless driver out of the bunch, keep on.
Keep on. Keep on.
He got to keep his car in a separate garage.
Shade
Like,
is crazy,
please
bro.
No, we're definitely doing that. That's the plan. We gotta promise that graduation. We're
Yeah.
promised. Like I don't care where y'all go.
wild
Y'all
shit.
go build y'all separate lives. And when
all
we
millionaires,
reach,
we come back.
no, when
and-
we reach 35, 38, 38,
40.
40.
40? I say 40. Because
40
we
is
still,
my
72.
40 is a
because
little.
20, we got to live.
Obviously,
30, we got to build. But we got to build while we live
you can't. You
in
gotta.
20.
8 years is
But
enough
it's-
time to build. Go and start a family and come back, and we're going
No,
to
but
be.
wouldn't it, I'm trying to think about like the logistics behind it. Like, would we buy the land first, build the house? Because mind you, it's going to take a little minute to build houses. Especially
Yeah.
because the mansion I'm trying to have, it's going to be a minute.
It's gonna be. Why are you trying to have?
I'm trying to have a compound mansion. Bless.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta have like a secret garage that the cars come out from the waterfall and exit out the back.
Did we decide what state we wanted to do this in?
Oh, can we?
Where were we looking at? Connecticut.
Connecticut.
We were looking at Connecticut. Sophomore year. We were looking at Connecticut.
Connecticut is not bad
At all.
It's not
Connecticut, Delaware.
No. Ain't nothing to do in Delaware.
Delaware has no sales tax.
It has nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that has nothing to do with buying land. It's just.
Yeah.
Wait, we also have to think about like where's really good schools because I'm trying to put my children in a private school.
Really?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
But then it's like kind of like I don't want to.
You got to give them that
It's a
real world experience.
I want I was talking to. Who was I talking to about this? But I was debating whether I wanted to put my kids in private school or public school because I feel like private school, they can get the education that they need and be really, really focused. And I want my kids to be the top.
Yeah.
But public school, I feel like would give them a taste of the real world. And we're going back to the conversation we were having earlier. When you're too coddled, you're not ready for the world. It's nature versus nurture. And when you don't have that, you're like very, very like susceptible to influences around you. That's why I kind of
it's a trade-off was where I feel like with private school I feel like as a parent you wouldn't have to worry about whether they're being taught something that's on their actual level. And like you said, I want my kids to be the top. But it's just like if they go to public school, I don't know.
They might still be the top.
They might still be the top.
Depending on how far you go with them.
So look at me.
Look at me.
But yeah, I don't know. Honestly, don't all got to be figured out now.
I don't know. Like my worst fear, I think I had a dream about it the other month or something. I think like my worst fear is like, okay, let's say I decide not to put them in public school. I put them in private school. Now they're doing on the bathroom floor, bro. I don't know. I just feel like it's just so many things.
That's boarding school.
I just feel like it's just so many things that it's just so many different
that's military stuff.
No, I feel like private school is like because it's a certain demographic there that I just feel like I said, when you are like a minority and you stand out, sometimes you want to fit in. So you start doing things that you were not raised to do. Yeah. I don't want that for my kids.
We'll see how the demographic changes in the years.
Okay, when we get to Connecticut, we'll see the demographic there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connecticut. Buy a nice. Ooh, that'll be real nice.
Where are you thinking?
I'm telling you, we gotta do it.
Huh?
Even if it's
like, where in Connecticut are you thinking?
All right.
We don't know. We ain't got that far yet. We ain't get that
Let me
far.
pull out a map.
Yeah, like what?
Luxembourg.
Because here's how much. That's in Europe.
I know.
And it's really expensive.
Should we go Midwest?
Ooh. Midwest?
No.
No.
We need to preserve the accent. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna be like, what did you say to my daughter?
What
did you say to my daughter? What did you say?
I'm sorry, man, but
that's not a Midwest.
What is the Midwest?
It sounds like diluted Canadian.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah. That's how I would describe it. It's
but
like,
I just don't want to go to the West Coast. The South? What's wrong with the South? I think the South is plausible. I feel like we could do it. I just don't want them to be. I don't like the education
system in the South
at all.
It's not.
It's not giving.
The East Coast, that's just a no. The East, there's too much going on.
What?
East Coast?
I
mean West Coast.
That's what I was just about to say.
West Coast. I was just like, I love the East Coast. We're
from the East Coast.
It's the best coast, the better coast.
But the West Coast, I don't want to go that far. That's what I was just about to say to you. I don't want to go to the West Coast. That's too far from family. That's too far from things I love. That's too far in general. And then I heard.
Ooh, what about Maine? Nothing to do there yet either?
I've been to Maine a couple times.
Mr. Grant, why not?
I feel like
there's not a lot to do in Maine.
No.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
You know when
However, my acne when I was in Maine for a month disappeared. It's the air.
Oh, it's the air.
I'm telling you, the air is cleaner.
That's how I felt about down south. When I was down south for the summer, my skin was so clear. Like I'm telling you,
down south, my mind was just clear.
Yeah,
because I like being in the city. I'm telling you, all these buildings. It's like buildings in your mind. They're so close together, and the thoughts are so close. Hey, I may sound schizophrenic, but I'm not.
Somebody sounds schizophrenic,
but I'm not. I'm just saying.
Oh, it's my mom calling. Answer.
Oh man,
Hey, Ma. Yeah. What's up?
Put in the mic.
What question? Oh, I'm literally recording right now for podcast, Ma. You want to say? Okay. You want to say something to the? You want to say something to them?
That's crazy.
I'll put it to the. You on speaker, Ma?
Hey everybody. Y'all guys have a good podcast, all right? Make
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right? Love you, Yana.
Love you too. Talk to you.
Oh.
This is not her, guys. This is not her.
That
Talking
is
about-
her. She's a sweetheart. She is a Southern belle.
No, she's not. She is from New York.
She is a New Yorker belle.
No,
That doesn't exist.
at all.
Okay.
Look at you trying to suck up to my mom. Like,
That's Mama Dukes.
it is. I love you,
That's
Mom.
Mama Dukes.
But this is not her. Talk about. That's her white person voice.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Stop. No, the code switching my mom
Mom
does.
does?
Yo,
Oh
she
my
could be yelling at me and my sister 1 minute and hello. Sorry. Yes. Can you repeat that? I'm just like you.
She get on the phone. It could become a whole different person. Like, I'll be like so thrown.
Hello. Yes. This is Joy Thomas. I'm like, yo.
Why are you telling your mom that? she gonna watch this.
Be like, oh.
Yo, my mom get on the phone. She be like, and then I tell you to wash them dishes, Amir. Hey, so what did she say? Yeah, she
Stop.
definitely-
No, because she'll still be on the phone with her coworker. Go on mute to yell. Come back. What was you saying, John? Like, okay, thanks for that. But yeah, thank you guys. This was episode 10. Let's give a round of applause for that once again. This was a big one.
And we have to shout out.
Yeah,
Ethan,
thank you guys for
Jake.
supporting us. It's been a long journey. We're gonna keep going until we can't no more, aka us going to college.
We still gonna be at
No,
college.
we-
We're gonna get on the Zoom like Cam. We're like Cam and Mace, and we're going to get on the Zoom and keep
get on
going.
the Zoom and see.
Keep going.
Yeah, but
What?
thank you guys. This has been Beyond the Banter with
Jaiyana,
and Alonzo.
and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.